Alright, this is we'll be back in action. Welcome back to Splatoon Raiders. Or at least shall be the main body. Now that I've got my rest, I definitely shall feel more energized. We'll start with a small warm-up and by helping some local folk. You know what? Since I've rarely used a power tank, let's bring this back. That was a nice frozen shot for a second. There we go. For those who don't know, when you help someone, you gotta make sure to watch your health. Doesn't matter if you're alive or not. If the life count goes to 0, everyone fails. It's gonna be a problem. It's also why I'm not focused on collecting the goods. I'm more focused on my survival. There we go. I'm saving my special for the third level as a way to confirm that we'll win. And there we go. I'll say, going down to 2 lives definitely made me a little anxious. Still have faith that I'd be able to pull it off. Some players definitely collected a lot of eggs. Hope those eggs just don't fall on my face. Eh? Alright, back to Tactic Town. I also was going to clear another dungeon. One of the higher level ones. But the Bottomless Buffet really is showing a good method in clearing and getting levels pretty fast. Also, hello, big man. Welcome back. Hope you're doing alright. After some nice relaxation, I'm ready to continue the deep delve. I think the ending, I think you may have missed it. There was a type of ending that happened after I cleared for 100. I do not know if there's going to be an ending when I collect all the treasures or get 100% completion. I'll have to see. It could just be a dialogue pop-up, which it probably will be. There we go. How many floors am I going to go up to? Let's see. I will say the significant floor is floor 100, although there are still treasures left for me to collect. In fact, based on how I've noticed that I'm seeing familiar layouts, I think we've reached a point where layouts are getting repeated. The Bomb Buffet also seems to follow the format of doing 3 floors at a time. That's good, we don't have to have a repeat of the lower tier on steroids. Yeah. I'm not sure if anyone has truly 100% the game yet. Because that would mean you have to collect all the parts, upgrade all the parts, have to register every weapon, which takes a lot of loot boxing. Alright, take care, big man. Mirror's almost full. There we go. And we keep getting more treasure. Alright, we got a level 2. Okay, good. Is it tactical? Alright. Yeah, there's still a lot of treasure left to collect. Missing one part, missing one part. 1, 1, 1. This is missing 2. 1, 1. And yeah. There's still a lot to do. I am curious to see if we'll have to fight the super boss again when we reach floor 200. I'm not sure if I want to fight it again or not. That was a scary boss, I'll say. Not talking about design. Talking about that killer whale attack. Fortunately, the web is still doing its job. It's good. I just need to keep poisoning the enemies. Hold on. There we go. Okay, my web's gone. Okay, I need to start paying attention over here. There we go. almost there. There we go. Okay, that was dark. That was kind of tricky. And there we go. Blue fragment is now Friendship Moon Charm. It went up by 1 value. Really helpful, I know. But hey, at least we know that a friendship is worth something, even if it's only worth 1 gold coin. But to be real, friendship should be worth more than money. I also want to check my gear. Okay, well, 8 rainbow gives it a 60 explosion. It's a good investment for me to try this. Just on the floor. Okay, that was a pretty solid explosion. Although this build is made more for the connectors rather than the explosion. I need a lot of big shot springs to upgrade this, but I'm getting close. Not thrilled with how we're doing on time. There we go. Alright, aluminum twin cans. It's not primo though. What I just realized, what I should have told Vegna is that the Salmonids get stronger in each level. So at some point, the Salmonids are going to be too hard for me. I'm not sure when that's going to be, but at some point, this game, they're just going to be way too overpowered. And no matter how the dice roll land, I'll be helpless. There we go. I also am curious if you are limited to how many treasures you can grab in one day. Salmonids can be pretty helpful, but they can also deactivate the Bottomless. And I don't mean as in set them off, I mean literally just delete them. Which, it can be a problem. That's why I make sure to be careful when around them. Should have fermented the strong arms before rushing in. Oh. Yeah, that's dead. Of course, that's next to a salmon spawner. This is definitely may be one of the harder floors. That has to be at this rate. There we go. Unfortunately, I lost 2 lives out of that run. Did not see that coming. And we gotta go for it. I got too nervous. So close. I saw a big egg back there as well. Alright. Let's see how the RNG plays this time. Good. You'd think a one with 5 stingers would not be so bad. Just at the RNG gods today. Salmonids has been defeated. There we go. Single olive oil skull. Sure, that. Wow. That's nothing I'd say. It's a 2100. This is how those last parts are not going to be as hellish. We made another Splatoon Raiders game. Do you think they would add tropical fish like clownfish? Hold up. I should focus on this first. That would be cool. I really would like to see other variety of fish. See after that. Okay. The tropical fish like clownfish or tuna. Yeah, that would definitely be nice. It's always cool when they add new animals, I'll be real. I also am realizing on the fact how the devs usually end up developing or creating characters that nobody has thought about before. I remember when I heard some concept art for Splatoon 3, there are sharks as characters. We take as shark in Splatoon 3, it's Shiver's Megalodon. I guess we also got Megalodoncha from Salmon Run. It's definitely cool to see new sea life. But we got to see some dolphins in the game. What else? Maybe some, we already got the Octolings. What other sea animals can I think about that haven't really been covered in this game, like in this franchise? The main thing is the squid. It's the cephalods. I mean, technically we also have the reef sliders sharks. I'm not sure if there's been anything starfish related. That could be another idea. But yeah, there's a huge array of them. Of course. I'm not sure we have seen clownfish in... Wait, hold up. No, I take that back. We have absolutely seen clownfish in Splatoon. Now that my memory is starting to refresh. Just want to just make sure I haven't lost it, and want to make sure my memory is completely accurate. It's a good thing I bought the DLC for this. Of course, there'd be something I would not bother to remember ever since the Wii U days. I remember this. I remember this turd. Yeah, I'm not sure if we want to see clownfish in Splatoon now that I realize it. Not sure if Mo's representation of all the clownfish, but I wouldn't be surprised if the other clownfish are far off. Still, it will be cool to see other fish. It's more variety. And technically, the salmonids in this game, I looked it up, their design and inspiration are based off a different type of salmon. Which I believe is based off something called a Chinooks salmon, where the ones in Splatoon 2 and 3 are based off something called the Ko salmon. I'd have to basically bring them back to back. But you notice, compared to... hello James. Like, if you notice the small fry here, which is very similar to the ones from Splatoon 3 and 2, compared to the small fry in this one, if I enlarge it, you have a clue, it has a grayish tint to it, with the red hair. The Salmonids in this game have like an orange hair and are greenish red. I guess it should all be a standard that Nintendo's always going to come up with something new in each game, whether it's one thing or a lot. How are we doing? Doing okay. Thanks for asking. I'm currently doing some stream experiments, and I'm taking it easy today, after being busy for quite some time. It's not a tennis tournament on Friday, at least parts of it. Made me realize, like, when I was expecting a stadium, I was expecting it to be, like, just a stadium, and maybe some vendors in the interior. No, they got like 20 different shops and some advertising campaign main centrals. It's kind of cool. Also lasted way longer than I thought. Actually made me afraid I wouldn't be able to stream on Friday. Imagine that. That was a nice experience. And now my next goal is to keep digging the bottomless buffet to get all the treasures. Now that I have to think about this, I'm also curious how Splatoon 4 is going to handle all the game modes. Are they going to retire Salmon Run? And if they do, how are they going to replace it? I also know that I also remember Team Past won the Splatfest. Or at least what was called Grand Festival. So, it makes me wonder if there's going to be inspiration upon that. Or if it's going to be a complete throw-off. I suppose, though, a prequel would be too obvious for how Past would decide Splatoon 4. So anything could be fair game. Really. Handle that. Okay, now I'm sub 100. It's good. There we go. And also level 89. Okay. Okay, we got a gold floor. It's not level 99, so don't have to get too anxious. These things are really doing damage. Okay, how did that not kill me? If I just accidentally went to the flipper flopper pool. I'm underleveled in this on survivalist for crying out loud. I did not pay attention to the time until it's too late. At least we leveled up. And... Excuse me? What? Hold up. Okay, there are going to be some changes around here, apparently. Well, I like the knockbacks, but I can't equip anymore because I can. It's not a rule that's stated in the game, but you can only have a maximum of 9 skills or perks or parts or whatever they're called. But if I afford the correct ones, this thing can be a real menace. At least you know what this is capable of. I'll need to get enough gems to actually upgrade it. With Jackpot, I realize it has huge potential. I just would have to upgrade all of them. Hold up. I have 50 big shot springs. There we go. That is something I wanted for a good while now. I'll linger around a little more. There are still a lot of rainbow parts to grab. Also, I'm not sure if I mentioned this yet, but I also realized how the big shots now have a defeat to them. That's Shockwave. I always found that cool. The small touch, I really feel like it emphasizes the expansion of the Splatoon universe. I don't think I'll need to use my special, but we're about to find out. Yep, that's a no. See, another 2100. Good. Okay, that popped the web. Hold up. I see a solid line. There we go. Oh, wrong go. Oh, you got a level share me? I don't mind doing that. I can take a small break. In fact, I will say, next weekend I will be participating in the Thunderpals collab, which will be playing a bunch of Super Mario Maker levels recreated. But I don't mind I'm giving you a shot as well. I can also give a teaser for what I have to offer. Because I actually did publish a new level today. Although, then again, so can it work either way. If you want me to play your level, I can actually do that after I clear this floor. But just want to see some Mario Maker levels? Next weekend's going to be your time. Well, it's going to be that time. There we go. Oh wait, I need my pilot. Ooh, that's some tasty loot. Super Mario Excursion. I have not heard that before. Hold up. What's a fan create concept rather than a... Oh, interesting. Well, to be fair though, making levels is always a challenge compared to playing them. Oh, that's why I can't get too mad, devs. So much loot. Let's only check one thing. Let's take a quick breather. There, we showcase it just in case. And then we'll be back to Splatoon. Actually, here it is. Thunderpals collabs is where a good amount of modern streamers, including myself, basically group together, and I suppose once every 3 months, there's one themed around Mario Maker. It's made by the YouTube channel Thunderpals, and for each Mario Maker collab, it works in this way. Basically, we all make a level, we share it, and during the stream, we try to race. And we also vote for what the best level is. The pitch for this contest was to make a summer-themed level, where the bouncer had to be included. So in creating this level, I took that concept and basically decided to create a huge bouncer train. I took inspiration from the new Super Mario Bros. DS game. And this will basically test players on their endurance, as well as their patience, as a casual Mario Maker 2 player is most likely to rush a level. And that would be my level to offer. That event is going to happen on the 8th at 5:30 p.m. EST, or Eastern Time, in case you want to hop in. Worlds in SMEX are pretty diverse, like for example a beach world to forest. I agree. We're not confined to what provider limits you, or like, if a fan is creating an engine and can update it whenever, you're going to have a lot more variety of options. Well, I'm not going to say it might not be something people enjoy hearing. Like, all Nintendo games are going to be there for business. While fans can make games because they want to share their ideas and passions, when Nintendo is going to make something and put it out there, they're going to expect it to be something people are going to want to buy. I'm not saying that's the only goal they have, but they're there to make their business, not simply just make friends, especially if the friends are one-sided. But yeah, looking forward to seeing what the other creators have, the other streamers have to offer for their levels as well. See if any of them have a better level than me. And I'm still waiting for Mario Maker 3, just so we're clear. Swtich SMD could reach the level ideas like newer Wii and DS. They don't rehash this. They don't rehash this. Well, whoa, I'm not sure about that remark. I mean, when's the last time you've seen a new Super Mario Bros. Game? Well, I guess they looked at ports, but not counting ports. I mean, it's been a very long time. Now we got Mario Wonder. But I get what you're saying. The environments have been repetitive, haven't they? Honestly, I'm not really going to justify them on that. I've seen variety. I think Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, Kirby Triple Deluxe are two great examples of that. But again, I also love my volcanoes, so I can't simply say no to that. And to be real, any world variety that doesn't have volcanoes might not get my interest. Maybe. Okay, maybe I was dramatic when I said that, but point still stands. Volcanoes can be scary. That might be one of the reasons why Nintendo likes them so much. Ooh, level 90. Yeah, it could be cool to see some world concept like Switzerland, Candyland, Safari, but no pressure. Maybe a jungle that's not poisonous. I also got a golden hollow here, so I better lock in. Okay, I don't see a season steel eel. I do see missiles. Oh yeah, the missiles are no longer going down in one hit. Oh, come on. Yes! Oh! I'm so terrified. Okay, yeah, we're not... That's another level layer without any treasure. Okay, we can wait a little more before scrapping some weapons. Oh god. There we go. Wait, did they not collect that golden weapon? That actually would have been kind of funny. So there's something in my inventory that's causing me to freeze. I did not find my weapon there. At least I don't think I did. Wait, nope, it's the flowers. go. Yeah, I don't think I picked it up. That's kind of wild. So that's a notable caveat of using this bug. Oh. Oh, also forgot. Since we're an hour in, gotta give some points to the chat. There you go. Wish there was an ability or something I could do to make the web longer. Interesting. '91. I didn't pay attention to the time there. Or... see. Okay, got a new part. Let's go with the dice to mine my favor. The gold levels are definitely hard ones. Exhibit A. Hold up, see a big Moz. You know that the ice ability there's an ice press that exists where you're basically allowed to break the ice. That will do huge damage. The cost of undoing the freeze effect. I originally aimed to building my bow for that, but I have a second thought, because the freezing allows me to keep certain enemies like the Moz in place. Blame the gold haul. Didn't even get the other gold, the rainbow weapon. Sucks. Yeah, at least this is not a gold haul, so this shouldn't be that bad. There we go. I'm still making a hypothesis that the bad balloons can set off the bombs. So I need to keep that in mind. Alright, there we go. Oh, that's the other again. Okay, my plan now is basically aim up. Okay, hold up. Let's see time. There we go. Oh. Gold Hall fails, still gonna hug me until I get another rainbow. Oh, that's a new treasure. Now we got a versatile angulator. Neat. And I clicked too fast. I'm not going to be able to kill a fly fish with this though. Alright, we're starting off with strong opponents. So we're starting off with this again. Ooh, level 92. We got a gold haul. That was tragic. There we go. And I still got one more floor for this set. It's a 2100. You're too fast. Let's see. Maxing deficiency. Oh. Even Big Man admits how hard it is to find. But it shows how much we've gone so far. I'm gonna take a brief break. Bathroom break. See all the parts you get. Through the guide. But I can be a pain to sleep through all 15 of them. So let's just continue. Or should I say try again? Hello, CPU. How you doing? 1 second. I want to make sure I get this locked in. There we go. Should be releasing. Ooh, good to hear. Good long enough to go remind us Splatoon. Doing specifically Salmon Run. But yeah, the map did give some hilarious vibes. I don't blame you. And for people are wondering how they guessed that, most likely guess, but based on this architecture design, I had a feeling it was referring to that. There's not some magic psychic power, just so we're clear. Wait, I'm frozen? More is optional, in case someone wants me to do a showcase of some other games. Which, for a record, I did already hint at the Mario Maker level I made this weekend. So yeah, as the description says, I'm open to taking some small breaks. As long as it just doesn't interrupt the run. Of course, it's totally optional, not required. Okay, there's Smoker. Where is that? Ooh, Spiral Gem. $472, I still got other lives to spare. There we go. The intensity really shows potential of Salmon Run, but as a different context and environment. It's also known as single player. We'll keep pushing. This it is 2400. Well, $93. There we go. Rails Platana. Okay, that was an accident. There's no point having the bomb rooms if you just blow them up right away. Wait, is it really going that south? It might be the fact it was raining recently. Let's see. This play seems to be fun on my end. Interesting. Actually, I'm wondering if it's... That's actually really interesting if you give me that context. I want to know if this is the same case for other streaming platforms. Because it could say something about YouTube's capacity, or at least how it handles CPU intake rate. Although, yeah, I really should know this stuff, but I didn't. Don't think I have enough time. Yeah. Okay, interesting. I got another rainbow weapon, and I didn't fail to grab it. Alright. Good luck, CPU. As well as good luck to me as well. Guess on how tricky things are going to get. There we go. Oh, wow! You got 4 in a row, CPU. Well done! Also, hello everybody, welcome back. It is going to be satisfying. Say flush, good question. I have to check that. I don't think so, but I could try something like that out. Oh yeah, I also did forget to mention, I did change the slot probabilities, so it should be easier to get at some of those big scores. Also, since I haven't seen the Super Jackpot yet ever since, like, season... Well, I'm not even sure if I saw one in the home stretch of season 1. It may have been before, like, 2022. Yeah, hopefully getting those big scores are now more reachable. Actually, what is that you're working on? Oh, crash it out. Never gets any easier. Bill will say for your own sake, do make sure not to get too carried away with the gambling. I'd rather you be more I'd rather you do your productive editing than waste one slots. But I'm happy for the support, nonetheless. Here's how much more I got from that form. I believe it's still 100,000, unless I changed it. Yeah, that still means he's dead. There we go. My dad gives me some advice. Look at your line on luck. Control your luck. You see the number of people who are watching the stream right now, right? I did some research, and I decided to do some experiments, and, well, I'm getting better numbers now. I wish I had more chat participants, but that still might take a little more work to get. Not to mention the fact, I also learned that the Emerald Rush guides are pretty helpful, and there's another one coming on Tuesday. I'll make sure to be ahead of that. Shoot. Well, no, actually it's the keyword bottomless buff bag. When I was being ambiguous before, people would just click either by chance or because they have nothing better to do. Now that they realize what I'm doing, they have a reason to watch. Bruh. Now explain. Either that, or some random YouTube botter has either intentionally or unintentionally setting their bots to my channel, which I really hope that's not the case. need to kill the smokers. Those defense buffs are definitely problematic. There we go. Mission accomplished. I heard there's a good metagame blaster build, but I haven't gotten a Primo Blaster yet, so I haven't really been able to measure it. Oh. Starstruck Salmonid is now a Celestial. Alright, look, it looks valuable. Too bad it's not a billion. Which, you would think something as golden as this would be worth more. Especially compared to how valuable some of these other artifacts are. But life is full of wonders. Hello, Jack. Make yourself cozy. I got a Prima Alpine Stringer that's golden, but as nuts as that is, I want the rainbow one. That's what's going to matter. Alright. My strategy, I usually just go for the Seasoned Salmonid and start building the web around them. Unless it's a smoker. In that case, I want to kill them first. They're not as offensively intimidating as like the stingers or flyfishes, but their mist provides a defense buff to other Salmonids. Which in other words, means the Salmonids are going to be harder to kill. It's like how you're in Ultra Kill. When you're trying to kill a tough enemy, if they're protected by an idol, you have to destroy the idol first. That's the best reference connection I can make to this. The freeze kept the balloon in play, allowing me to pop it. Whereas enemy, especially on the first of the last level of Fraud. Oh yeah, I remember what you're talking about. I know, those things make P2 so hard. Goes along with the Sand Blasters. I'll tell you though, on a daily basis, I've been trying to beat Disintegration Loop on Brutal. When I say beat, I mean P-rank it. Yeah, that's a whole different level of difficult. The length might have something to do with it, or it could have something to do with the powers. Just all the enemies. And one slip up, you got to do it all over again. Which, probably not a big deal. But Disintegration Loop takes 15 minutes to beat. Well, if you're trying to P-rank it. If it's your first time playing, it's going to take you 40 minutes. Take care, you two. Or if it's just CPU at the moment. No concerns. Presence is greatly appreciated. Just so we're clear. Okay, yeah. The Drizzler whistles are getting tougher. So we have to avoid the rain. Which I'm probably going to have to end up doing. I see a rainbow. Will it be the one I want? Hello. We didn't have to use Big Man there. Yes, it's the one I want. So now it's time for a little swippity swappity. I'm also realizing how many of these rainbow perks are 8 points. And upgrading them makes some decrease their cost from 8 to 6. That's gotta be intentional design. Keep this going. Another primo on streamer. That's yellow. Come on, man. Alright, we're level 95 now. Okay, 5 more until level 100. I wonder if I'm going to fight the superboss again once I reach that level again. If I feel powerful enough, that is. I might. We also got a long line skill over here. There we go. How many I wasn't paying attention to how many fly fish there were, but I definitely counted a dozen missiles coming at me. And we got a golden haul. Lovely. In case you're curious, the reason why I'm saying golden hauls are bad is because they're hard. And if these floors are now randomly generated, we don't want to get something hard because that means you're probably going to lose. Especially if you get Forsaken Floor 99. That is what nostalgic. Hold up. There we go. Salute. And more gems. Okay, I think I see crosshairs on me. Draw. It's a 2400. Here's 2 eggs. There we go. Really gonna sore my back. Oh, Napping Owl has finally been completed. It's a clay salmonid. Who's the next been updated for research? That'll be interesting. Forgive the delay reaction. Level 96. Looks and play. Okay, we survived that. Well, that's not entirely true, but you know. Okay, I see a season seal. This is probably 2400. Yeah. So it's also a purple level. I'm not sure about its intensity. That's been fermented. There we go, we can do some massive damage. Gun. Do I see 2 rainbow items? Yep, I do. Wow. Alright, a small little head. That's 97. Almost a billion. I'll definitely say, this is getting real valuable. I'm not sure. I got the last relic to floor 100 today. Now you have floor 94 to 99. I wish you good luck on 99. That level is hellish. I recommend you make your kit so that you can cover the fermentation, burn, and freeze. You'll need it. Which one I can try helping you as well. It's also hard to come up with a kit when everything can be so versatile. Oh boy. I'm gonna want this. Seiken, lore 99. It's true. You can knock one of them less load. That is one way of saying it. Another way for me to say is that you're not required to kill both of them. Which I did find out the hard way. Hope this web helps. That's gonna screw me up. least it's only the first one. Still the same, nonetheless. Now that my player's level 96, like, who would try to demonstrate? I've let to take my special for the strong arms can help. Then again, I know how hard this can be. And I'm pretty sure after floor 100, the floors are just replays that are randomly chosen. So each time I do the bottomless buffet, I just hope I do not get a repeat at 499. Especially since the stamina levels are going to be higher. $4.97 is not that bad. You got 2 scrappers. Except with my set, with the big stretch. Actually, they can go down pretty easily. Interesting. Scrapper mini relics. Okay, I'm gonna do special just because I hit the danger zone. I do not want to lose a life. This happened. I'm gonna do that, save some of the special meter. Game thinks I know this is bad, but oh my god. That's a lot of ink strikes. I guess I haven't played this in a while. At least what it feels like a while. Almost. Okay, I spotted one of them. Okay, both of them are down. That's good. And I'm not gonna use my special, I'm saving that for 499. No, I just got splatted by Sparky. That doesn't matter. What matters more is going back to jail. I get 2, I'm gonna get all my gadgets unloaded. But first thing is to kill a smoker. I don't think they have that ability. Now once I got my base set up, I'm just gonna wreak havoc on this guy using big. Oh, now that level 97. How convenient. And the strong arm is still alive. Shit. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta get lucky. Had jump bomb with 100% freeze chance with a weapon. Ooh. Interesting. There are a lot of perks, I know that for a fact. I'm gonna try something. That still deactivated my shield. Okay, I shouldn't take this for granted. They are going down a lot quicker. I am too. I recently got to 80. I would have thought that going for higher floors gets you better chances. I could be mistaken. And again, highest level you can get is 50. And then there's a refill still ahead. That went down so quickly. Right. And it dug up a treasure. Oh my god. So you get something new each time you replay. That's crazy. I'll take your word on this, that you can get treasures from this. Still want to try how deep I can go in the Bottomless buffet. I'm really curious what happens when you pass 200. That's what we're starting hard on. Oh, it's embarrassing. I will figure something out. My second file should also give me a better idea on how the game presents itself. Since there's definitely some random variables, some fixed variables. When I come up with guides, I usually try to prioritize things that are fixed variables. When people follow the guides, that's those guaranteed results. Screw it up. Maybe I should. Oh, sorry if these get so complicated. At least got a gem from that. I love to see a part arrangement for gadgets. I will try to figure out something to do with this. I did say it before. There are so many parts. Like, figuring out what the best kits, it's going to be hard. Especially since the rainbow parts, some of them you get from the wild, some of them you can buy. It's neither both. Zip wire, jump bomb, and torque screw. That's a speed kit. Oh yeah, like this. Unless, okay, it's called a fly wire. This is zip wire. Yeah, I do like the zip wire, and I actually use this kit for whenever I do story mode levels. I will say, this is also the kit I used. I think I used the jump bomb, the balloon bombs instead of the torque screw. It's what I used for the superboss. The reason why I'm using the tactic tank over the speed set, because I believe that stationary damage is going to matter more than mobility here. I got strong arms. Strong-arms are worth 5 eggs, and they're a massive threat. So, while you can ignore them, I would not recommend so. Wait, strong-arms? Strong-arms have a collectible. I wish it could go down to 0. I did not realize these things have a droppable item until now. Also, there's 11, excluding the Goldie from Splatoon 3 as Salmonid bosses. This is a fill slot. There's 4. That means there's 4 new bosses here. We got the Salty Tongue, the Flap Guy, Salivator, the Snakes. Yeah, that adds up. Where do you spend the strong arm tongues? Okay, they are spent in casual places. How did I not realize that they're a currency? Anyway. Okay, primos are locked by default. I probably will scrap the yellow primos anyway, but it's still satisfying to do that. Give so many chunks. I shouldn't do this, but I'm so tempted. Ooh. Collect all the relics. They're all dungeons on Super Spicy. I almost have all the outfits. Okay, I see the strong arms. So glad I have this. Arcade game. I might help you with that. I don't know the card scores for them. I can show you my scores to give you an idea of a baseline. I think you have to, like, for landing, you should focus on clearing all 10 levels. I'd say score probably 8,000 for A rank. I think for mining, you have to get lucky, sadly. That one can be fun. Once you reach the blue zone, that's where you're going to get your A rank. Similarly, the green zone, that's how you get your B rank. I do not know if an S rank exists or not. I haven't seen anyone post about it. I would like to discover the S rank. I have gotten a score of over 10,000 on landing, which I would think would be the easiest to S rank. I have not gotten an S rank yet. Level 98. And a gem on top of that. I'm curious if the drop rate for gems is increased the deeper you are. Especially since I believe you need, in order to fully max out a rainbow weapon, pretty sure you need 45 Scarlet gems to spend. So I'm gonna have to get a lot of those. Y45, and I'm calculating it's going to be that number based on the number of what 10 triangle it is. Upgrading a weapon to plus 10 was 1 Twilight Gem, as well as all the shards you need as well. So level 20, it's 2. I think it increments by 1 each time. I heard the highest level is 100. Although there could be no limit for all I know. Although I will say, landing did make me uncomfortable at first, but once I learned controls, it's not that bad. I haven't confirmed that, but it's a theory I'm holding. Anyway, here's landing. As you know, left is your left thruster, right is your right thruster. The steering takes a little bit of practice. Once you realize the fact that holding a thruster gets your turns happening sharply, that's how you're going to get the game. Sorry about that. Not the best, but I think I got a good landing. This really is not my best performance. That was excellent. You do not want to touch the clovers. That's going to cost you at least 10 seconds. And then I just pulled that off. I kinda got lucky based on how it spun. And also my elevation helped as well. I haven't seen any birds yet. Okay, I didn't score the landing. I was not going to do that time investment there. Oh, there we go. Huh, that did not get landing score. It's driving so bad. Oh god. No! That messed me over. I screwed that up. Let me try again. First level's always the same, so you got that steady tempo. You get that bonus 30 points if you basically land on your 2 feet. Let's just tap it a little bit to make sure, get that smooth. Oh, I didn't get a landing point bonus for that. Huh. Guess it was too crooked. Wasn't able to bounce there. It's a bit unfortunate. There we go. Think that's a good landing. Yep. Oh. Not sure if that's gonna get the bonus. Yeah, the foot was a bit too deep in the pixel. Ah, it's too deep as well. Oh no, I got the credit that time. Huh. Neat. Ooh. Got wind here. I want to make sure you don't overdo it. Just be very gentle. Okay, we got a green bird this time. They will chase after you. That's true, it is a salivator. Although, let's be real, less syllables can be more convenient. And I think I've screwed myself this time as well. Yeah, I screwed myself. Also, penguin tip. Do this on handheld mode. That's how I'll get a better score. But yeah, the arcade games are definitely hard. And we got a gold floor. There we go. Ooh, faster. Also, it will take practice and a lack of peer pressure. But I'll just say, just play fun, just find a way to enjoy the game and play naturally. The A ranks will come. Okay, the only tip I can give for juggling is get a friend to play as the other player. I was lucky to get an A rank on my first try, but I don't think multitasking is a common talent amongst people. Which I can do after this round for a demonstration, but I probably will choke it. Two rainbows in the air. What? I see my target. Oh yeah, perhaps it might be the case. Fortunately, pattern of where the fish land is convenient enough not to stress. Anyway, I should focus more on juggling this. There we go. Well, yeah, I do not mind showing any of some of the other arcade games. Yeah, you want. More gadget loot. Are any of them helpful? No, they're not. I got caught. The down is still on my back. Level 99? Reach the end of this. Needs to be the 200th floor. They're going to feed me a super boss, or if they're going to treat it like normal. And I'm not sure if I want to get the super boss again. I heard someone reached floor of like 400 something. This pit is truly bottomless. me breathe. There we go. I always like when games have randomness to them, such as Salmon Run, or like the Luigi and Scarecraper. That's also fun. Fight Order also has that enjoyment to it. Let me dead something. Really? Think about not knowing what's going to happen. It almost makes each adventure all the more exciting. There we go, new treasure. We have a full set of measuring spoons. Oh! I can have with that right now if you want. Also, I want to check the outfit list. Now that you mention it. Oh, I never clicked local play before, but now I know that's the thing. No. Okay. Of course. I'll give multiple opportunities, though. And I'm sure other streamers will as well. Or I should say... Clear join multiplayer room and clear done. There. Got it. I would say this would be paywalled if it wasn't for the fact that local play exists. These, I'm not bothering to get. If someone has a Splatoon 3 amiibo they'd let me rent, that's a different story, but yeah, I'm not buying it myself. Not worth it. Of course. Okay, good. We don't have to fight the superboss again. Thank goodness. Whew. And the demon happened. Oh, sorry. Dinner at some point. Who knows? Might do overtime. Where's my helper? Press X. Of course, how embarrassing. I just forgot to control to summon the bot. I mean, summon Big Man. No confusion. I just threw into the drill. that we got a gold for. I think it's 97? I've reached level 100 now. Can I get any higher? Actually, can I get any higher now? Since, like, we're not. It's the level. My level has now reached. Okay, I can get higher. It's just, this is crazy. Also, it's 5 o'clock now. So, well, feel free to let me know if you want an encore right now. I could try another hour, but I don't want to go past that. There's a lot of people watching. I don't want to just end it right now, so you know what? I might keep up the train going. Wait, after like 1:86 my time, or like an hour from now, that's when we call it quits. I'm now the appropriate level for the Gold Club. Another realization I will say I've noticed, I think you get more experience the higher, the deeper you are. Although that could also be a fallacy that's easily proven. I don't pay attention to how much experience I gain. That will be hard to calculate. Let's try the gold again. Oh, well, I really I'm tired. I'm sure it's just me. I'm gonna try one more time. Well, I think I'm gonna start having dinner soon. But I'm gonna call it a rest. Wenching again, I will depend. Oh, almost ready. Change of plans. I'll run last with his or her mission. Then I'll do it. Okay, maybe next time I try to swim away, I should look where I'm going. That's also going to make things easy on my behalf. There you go. Alright, there you go. Let me finish this way. Finish this way. Then I'll help you out. Kinetic damage up. Won't that be fun? Alright. No, I could actually just do this. Alright. Ooh. As much as I'm gonna do this though, that's gonna make things really tricky on my behalf. So I'm kind of curious. I see a gem. Plus 51 now. I would see someone post that they make Bottomless buffet with quadruple digits, which is definitely going to happen at this rate. Well, primo. Oh, we gotta fall. Blasto. Oh, nice thing. The nice thing about the players is that they make collecting eggs much easier. There we go. Of course, yeah. By all means. Whoa! I'm afraid they did give me some motivation back. What? I don't mind trying to help you with level 90 with the next set. Otherwise, I think I'm gonna have a dinner. I'm going to have dinner and give it and call it. I'd say call it nice, but I don't be stream later in the day. Yeah, I'll make that quest all cleared. You know what? Let's give it a shot. I think I can. I think you can as well. Especially, like, the hardest thing about level 99 is the eggs. 499, my bad. Oh yeah, I do have a perk. I think one of my perks I have equipped isn't that decreasing my dash cooldown timer using my Splash Salmonid. How explain how I can cycle so fast? We did it. And that also proves my theory. You got something to play with. That will also solve your problem of level 99, of floor 99. Oh, definitely an honor. Now, the question is, do you want to try the superboss? Oh, encrusted pink gem. Why am I not surprised that something that was once worthless is now incredibly valuable? This exceeds the price of the Eye of Truth, whatever that thing's called. This went from like 610 to 4.5 billion. Want to sell it? By all means. And I think your kit's going to help you complete that. Anyway, I think I'm going to get some dinner. Look how much the value was going! Sorry, I must obsess over it. It's crazy. I wish you good luck, Ram. For me, I'm starting to get a little tired now. Whew. This has really been fun, really. Okay, yeah, some of these stuff I'm gonna buy. It's not negotiable. Huh, isn't that funny? Comes to show. Dedication does pay off. Blaster mode is a thing. Sprinkler mode. I'm not sure if this will be helpful, but I want it as well. So many perks! I'm sure if I'm gonna go for the full cooldown. Some of these perks are amazing. Let's upgrade that. Maybe Smell can get upgrade as well. Fire rate up. Oh, I can't upgrade that yet. That's true. You know what? I should do that next time. Actually, I think I did that before. I'll try it again. Don't want to sacrifice the range, but I can only put so much. Can't wait to see these things in action. Well, the duration actually matters a good amount. Sprinkler's not that cool. It's gonna hurt me to do this, but I may have to make some sacrifices. I mean, that works for the time being. Well, putting a blaster on a turret would make it so much cooler. Whoa! It's already 5:30 now. I've been streaming for 3.5 hours. So my health doesn't deteriorate. I think I'm going to call it a quit here. Well, I'll be sure to do this again next time, later this week. Or next week, depending on how you see it. Give more people a chance to hop on. Not this week, sometime this month, I promise. Let's be real, this is freaking awesome. If I had a raid hotspot, I'd do it. Well, I'll send you all on your way. But thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all around at some point. Don't forget, I'll be doing this game on Saturday. What happens between that and then, well, I'll have to see. Until then, take care.